Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Come along on this speedboat tour of the east side of Mactan Island. Just loaded with resorts. There's my friend Stefan, chiropractor here in Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines. And that is Aruga. We were viewing some condos at Aruga. And right next door there's Sheraton. Large Sheraton complex, relatively new as well. And I wish I could put out a prize, but whoever can name the most resorts over here, I should have a prize set up. I don't really have anything in mind, don't have anything of great value to give away. But see how many resorts you can name, and like this one here, has the construction halted? Is there an issue with permits, or because this was during the week, didn't see any activity there. Last time I was here, didn't see any activity there. So some of these projects do get delayed. Number of reasons: titling issues, permit issues. What else could it be? Run out of money. Somebody pulls their financing out of a project, I guess. It could be any number of issues. Anyway, we're leaving kind of from the not the far north end of Mactan Island, but a ways north. And we're going to go down. We're going to pass Mactan Newtown. It's one of the areas we're going to go past. Shangri-La, Movenpick, the BE Resort. Yeah, bunch. I should have a map with them all listed here so I could name them off, but I don't. So anyway, there is no lack of resorts. Many of these higher end resorts, they have shipped in white sand. They've got white sand beaches. This white sand is not common to this part of Cebu and Mactan Island, so they ship that white sand in. That is the ferry there that goes over to Olongo Island, that yellow ferry there, going over to Olongo Island. Number of different resort boats for island hopping, very popular over here. They've got, I don't know if you can see it, their guy up with a what do you call that, parasailing, being pulled behind a boat, and they've got kind of like a parachute hanging off above them. Not sure, is that called parasailing or something else? But yeah, we came over here. Event Rockwell owns and manages Aruga, and they've got one tower. They've just started selling units in their second tower. I'll do a different video about that. I've done a couple videos from Aruga. Rockwell is a top-notch developer, part of Mactan Island, I believe or part of Mactan Newtown, I believe there. And coming up on the Reef Hotel. Got a good friend that stays there. I think he's been staying there for 3 years, I believe, something like that. Yeah, you can get snorkeling and scuba. A lot of snorkeling, scuba companies here that'll take you out to different islands, different areas over by Olongo Island to do your thing. A lot of dive shops, a lot of instructors. They can teach you. I learned up north, Malapascua Island, many years ago. Yeah, there's the Reef. Interesting place. Nice place. Yeah, my friend stays there. Nice place. They've got, I think they have short-term rentals, and I think they no longer allow Airbnbs. Originally they did. That's what happened some places. I'm using an Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Love this little camera. Even going directly into the sun area. Sun, big challenge there, but handles it pretty well. I think all these red boats are part of one of these resorts, I believe. Probably. Take you out. Speedboat rides. I don't know if they do skiing. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody doing any skiing here in the Philippines. How about you? Do you know anything about that? But they've got banana boat rides. Boat that looks like a banana. Inflated rubber raft, basically. People get on and they with life jackets, of course. And yeah, it would be nice to take a couple days, or a week probably, would take a week, and just go up and down this coast and stop in and check out a lot of these different resorts. Some of these resorts, they've got, I know there's a couple of them, and I've done videos at them. They've got a resort, they've got a condominium, and they've got a hotel. All three different buildings. There again, can you name those? The noise cancellation is doing a pretty good job, but obviously you can still hear quite a bit of noise or wind. And is that Plantation Bay? Not sure. That's further down the road, perhaps, I think. But yeah, they took us down. Gosh, maybe 20 minutes. Here we're turning around and headed back to the resort. There was enough people. They had an event, short notice, or I would have invited more people. There's somebody parasailing or something up there. That red thing up there being pulled behind a boat. And yeah, we just had a bit of a storm for a couple days, so this turned out to be a really nice day. We had what they call tropical depression. We had clouds and wind and a little bit of rain. Other parts of Cebu, I've heard, had more rain. We didn't have a real lot of it, excessive amount of it in Cebu City, as far as, at least in the area that I was in. But other parts of the Philippines had more rain and flooding, that type of thing. Yeah, we're headed back now. So not looking into the sun, you get a little different perspective. This water, by the way, but it's not quite bathtub temperature, not quite very warm, but it's very, very comfortable. It's not like cold where you have to get acclimated to it. Rocks sticking out of the ground, some of the 7,000 islands, so yeah, you don't have to be worried about too many islands, because a lot of them you are not going to be visiting. 5 islands, maybe if you're here a long time, 5 islands, 7 islands, 11 islands if you're quite a bit of a traveler, or scuba diver, something like that. But yeah, don't worry about, don't get confused by over 7,000 islands. I'm not sure what the definition of an island is here. And then you have low tide, you have high tide and low tide. Depends on if it's high tide, you lose some of those islands. They get covered by water. I'm not sure how large a rock, something sticking out of the ocean, has to be before it's called an island. Anybody have the answer to that? That would be interesting to know, because there are a lot of very, very small pieces, rocks, or part of the island that are sticking out of the ocean, and I'm sure most of those are probably called islands. I think Indonesia has even, gosh, over 20,000 islands, I think I read, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that depends on how you define an island. How big does it have to be? If it's sticking out of the ocean, is it an island? But yeah, they had an event, and we'll have other events in the future. Their top brand, Rockwell Aruga, location on the east coast of the Philippines. They've got their own water treatment plant, desalination plant. They have, I've had a friend that rented one of Rockwell's places, and after looking at some other high-end places, he said, "Yeah, what a difference! You can feel and see the high quality." The Reef again, interesting place. But yeah, lots of choices over here. Primarily, they've got some on the other side of, especially on northern Cebu, they've got some resorts up there as well, and on the west side. But most of the big resorts over here on the east side, facing the Pacific. They've also got more of the 2 and 3 star, several of those types of beaches over here as well. So whatever your budget is, it is available. There again, there's that yellow ferry that goes over to the next island, Alongo Island. Makes many trips a day. I don't know if it's every 20, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. Short trip. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I've got to get ready to go to a meal at the Bay Hotel here. So stay safe, safe travels. See you in the next video.